This is lesson 4 now of Python for data analysis. And so where we are now, we're just on the home page, the GitHub page for the course. And I had a question about the YouTube videos. So the YouTube channel is linked down here. So click on that link, it'll take you, or we can, if you do a command click, you'll go to the YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed, you'll see this like first lesson. And if you have, you should just see these lessons from new lessons for 2018-2019. So if you go and look at the other playlist, you can find lessons from last year, but I'm going to gradually phase those out and phase in the new ones. But if you want to work ahead, you have the option to do that. Okay, so today's lesson, we can click on lessons here. And for now, we can just click on the lesson. We will download it in a minute, but for now, we can just look at it on GitHub. And I've just added some Windows support today, so we should have everyone covered. So click on that lesson, and there's a reading that's optional, but it might be good. Introduction to Conda here, and then I have a table of contents. So we're going to cover installation of Conda using a version called Anaconda. We're going to cover IPython and Jupyter, Python syntax, Python data types, control structures, and how to figure out what version you're running. So that relates to the question we had earlier. So first of all, we're going to install Anaconda and learn how to work with Conda. Question? If you already have Anaconda, yeah, and if you already have Anaconda and you can access the Jupyter notebooks, then I think it should be fine for you to just use that and you don't have to install another thing. There might be a case where something comes up where I can't think of any reason why that wouldn't be okay for the whole class. So, any other question? Yeah.
Is the reason why you use Anaconda instead of Anaconda is just because there are more packages you can do in Anaconda? It's a little more bigger.
Yeah. So the main difference between Anaconda and Anaconda, basically, they both give you this thing called Conda, which, as says here, is a open source package management system and an environment management system for installing multiple versions of software packages and their dependencies and switching easily between them. What that basically means is it gives you the ability to download Python packages and other software very easily, and also install them in a virtual environment where you can have multiple different packages in different environments and switch between them. So for example, maybe you have multiple projects in your PhD work and they depend on different versions of Python, say, and you want to be able to have those independently on your computer, and when you upgrade your Python to Python 3, that your Python 2 project doesn't all of a sudden stop working, for example. So this allows you to do that. Now, Anaconda, yes, Anaconda comes with a lot more packages already installed, so you don't have to download them from the internet. I suppose if you were going to go to a place that didn't have internet or something, you might have, if you had Anaconda installed, you wouldn't need an internet connection to run all these different packages. But Anaconda is much more lightweight, and you can always, if you have an internet connection, you can always download the packages that you need. And also, they tend to change over time, so those packages that you pre-download with Anaconda might become out of date. But for the most part, they're interchangeable. You can get the same thing with either one. The only thing, well, even if you downloaded the Python 2 version of Anaconda or Anaconda, you can still use Python 3. However, if you're doing this for the first time, we're going to do Anaconda with Python version 3, and that's available for Mac, Linux, and Windows. Okay, so you can click on this link here, and it's going to take you this Miniconda page. So we want Python 3.7. Most of you probably have a 64-bit computer, but you can, if you're not sure, I would just go with that one, and otherwise you can. There's ways to find out what kind of processor you have, but most newer computers are 64-bit. So click on the relevant one for your operating system if you haven't done this already, and then the installation is very very straightforward, but you can click on installation instructions, and there's a link for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So I'm going to pause the video, and I can help people with installation if there's any issues.